Okay, so, hi, hello, welcome back to another Creepypasta video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so hopefully you all enjoy. And today, we're going to be doing Gateway of a Mind. Of the Mind. There we go. I don't know why, I thought Gateway of the Mind sounded better. I haven't seen this Creepypasta, so let's get into it. And this is written by an anonymous author. So, in 1983, a team of deeply pious scientists conducted a radical experiment in an undisclosed facility. The scientists have theorized that a human without access to any senses or ways to perceive stimuli will be able to perceive the presence of God. They believe that the five senses clouded our awareness of eternity, and without them, a human could actually establish contact with God by thought. An elderly man who claimed to have nothing left to live for was the only test subject to volunteer. To purge him of all his senses, the scientists performed a complex operation in which every sensory nerve connection to the brain was surgically severed. Although the test subject retained full muscular function, he could not see, hear, taste, smell, or feel. With no possible way to communicate with or even sense the outside world, he was alone with his thoughts. Scientists monitored him as he spoke aloud about his state of mind, in jumbled, slurred sentences that he couldn't even hear. After 4 days, the man claimed to be hearing a hushed, unintelligible voices in his head. Assuming it was onset of psychosis, scientists paid little attention to the man's concerns. 2 days later, the man cried out that he could hear his dead wife speaking with him, and even more, he could communicate back. The scientists were intrigued, but were not convinced until the subject started naming dead relatives of the scientist. He repeated personal information to the scientists that only their dead spouses and parents would have known. At this point, a sizable portion of scientists left the study. After a week of conversing with the deceased through his thoughts, the subject became distressed, saying the voices were overwhelming him. In every waking moment, his consciousness was bombarded by hundreds of voices that refused to leave him alone. He frequently threw himself against the wall, trying to elicit a pain response. He begged the scientists for sedatives, so he could escape the voices by sleeping. This tactic worked for 3 days until he started having severe night terrors. The subject repeatedly said that he could see and hear the deceased in his dreams. Only a day later, the subject began to scream and claw at his non-functional eyes, hoping to sense something in the physical world. The hysterical subject now said the voices of the dead were deafening and hostile, speaking of hell and the end of the world. At one point, he yelled, "No heaven, no forgiveness," for 5 hours straight. He continually begged to be killed, but scientists were convinced that he was close to establishing contact with God. After another day, the subject could no longer form coherent sentences. Seemingly mad, he started to bite off chunks of flesh from his arm. The scientists rushed into the test chamber and restrained him to a table so he could not kill himself. After a few hours of being tied down, the subject halted his struggle and screaming. He stared blankly at the ceiling as teardrops silently streaked across his face. For 2 weeks, the subject had to be manually rehydrated due to constant crying. Eventually, he turned his head, and despite his blindness, made focused eye contact with the scientist for the first time in the study. He whispered, "I have spoken with God, and He has abandoned us." And his vital signs stopped. There was no apparent cause of death. Gateway of the Mind. Okay. No fucking way. That was fucking amazing. That was really good. Also, I'd like to say sorry if I did kind of fuck up. Well, liar words. I messed up. I messed up the reading. I do all these one takes, so sorry about that. But yeah, no, that story was honestly amazing. I enjoyed every little bit of it. Hopefully you all enjoyed too. That's gonna be it for the video. I do want to say thank you guys so much for 350 subscribers. Channel hasn't really been doing pretty well past couple of days. I don't know if it's past couple of videos. I don't know if it's just me though. But I'm still gonna keep making content though for you guys to enjoy. And you know, if I put it up, someone in the future may enjoy it. So, I'm gonna keep making this stuff, and hopefully it works out. Outside that, I have nothing else to say. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. It helps out the channel, and also subscribe if you want to. It also helps me out a lot. If I do qualify for the channel eligibility thing, I could probably do something where like I have the video up for like a couple of days early, because I do post a lot of videos like ahead in time. So I don't know if you guys are interested in being the first ones to watch to watch the videos. I can probably do like $1 entry thing. I don't think I should charge a lot for my videos. But yeah, that's in the future though. But yeah, I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye everyone.